What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the spot where we kick back and react to all kind of different music. Alright, so what we got going on today? We're about to continue our journey through the Grip album. I died for this. Alright, this next one is called Enem3, featuring Big Rube. Alright, well, let's go ahead and check this one out. And y'all, I know we missed, we didn't have the Marshall Mathers Monday. Wife is out of town again, and you guys made it loud and clear that you guys want to see all of us on these Monday reactions. She's out of town on business again, so next week we should have everything going again. Plus, same thing with the Megan videos, because you know that's the segment she wanted to do, and y'all want to see her reaction to those mostly. But we're getting back onto this album and just kicking things off again. I know we had to take another break because of things happening. It's been a hectic year, I swear. I swear it has been, but things are back on now. So let's get into it. Let's check this out. Let's go. Okay.
I saw a stranger in the mirror. He gave a cold stare. Who goes there? Who goes there?
Now, this is quite different from what we've been getting so far, but let's see where this goes.
I feel we met before in the game of tug of war. The victor, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I don't know where I end and where he may begin. So meet me in the middle, my old friend. And when it falls apart, we'll always share the blame. It's just you and I, going down in flames. You set yourself on fire for a lonely view. That's why the enemy is you. You set yourself on fire for a lonely view. That's why the enemy is you.
All right. I'm still... Are we gonna get any bars on this? I mean, dude's singing. He's singing. It's not what I expected to be like right in the middle of this album and everything. So this is taking me by surprise. But all right, let's continue.
The tracks in the soil of life's path we walk are our own. The consequences and rewards, effects of a cause, and obviously direct connection to whichever direction we decided on going. There's always a choice. Our thoughts are ours alone to express, and no one else can truly speak with your voice. Each compromise makes the next easier to repeat. It seems small, but one step must be taken for a million to be reached. So gazing back upon the mental gallery of life's valleys and peaks, we see ourselves when we started and often wonder, is the person we are now the one that we sought out to become? If I was introduced to myself back then, would I qualify as someone I would ever call friend? Or have so much been lost to myself? Have I sabotaged myself at too great a cost to myself? Feeling nothing but shame at the way I played the game. So fearful of being defeated. Whenever I could, I cheated. Now all I want is to know if what I suspect is true. The identity of my enemy, the face in the mirror said it's you.
You said
Okay. That was a lot. He was spitting fire though. He was classes in session. Let's get that back.
With your voice, each decided on going.
Oh, you want
The tracks in the soil of life's path we walk are our own. The consequences and rewards, effects of a cause, and obviously direct connection to whichever direction we decided on going.
This man's over here spitting straight poetry, man. I was not expecting this for this song. I was expecting to get some bars and everything. That's what I was expecting. But Grip be throwing some curveballs at you when he put an album out. I swear. You don't know what the next track is going to be like.
There's always a choice. Our thoughts are ours alone to express, and no one else can truly speak with your voice.
Bars right there. Said no one can truly speak with your voice. Your inner voice is your own. Can't nobody take that from you.
Compromise makes the next easier to repeat. It seems small, but one step must be taken for a million to be reached. So gaze.
It seems small, but one step has to be taken for a million to be reached. Man, think about that for a moment. Think about that for a moment. Let that really settle in. Because, it's a lot of times you look at where someone else is and you think to yourself, oh, can I do that? Or you see a goal and you're wondering, it's so much work. Can I get there? It all starts with that first step. Just start to get that pace going.
Back upon the mental gallery of life's valleys and peaks. We see ourselves when we started and often wonder, is the person we are now the one that we sought out to become? If I was introduced to myself back...
The person we are now, the person we sought out to become. I think we all have to look at ourselves and ask that at some point. And sometimes it's not even black and white. Sometimes you get so far there. Sometimes you'll see certain aspects of yourself. That's why you should always take a good look at yourself every now and then, evaluate yourself and decide if you need to make any changes. Is there anything that you need to start doing better, or something that you need to start doing less of or more of, or something like that? Just take a good hard look at yourself sometimes.
Now the one that we sought out to become. If I was introduced to myself back then, would I qualify as someone I would ever call friend? Or have
That's a crazy one. Like, especially for those of us who are up there in age and everything, at least where I'm at my 40s. That's just like going back 20 years and everything. Like your younger self, yourself in your teens or yourself in your 20s or something like that. Would you get along with them? And sometimes I think both ways, like, would they get along with the new me now? If I was in the room with that person, would they piss me off? You never know. But it's interesting to wonder.
Friend, or have so much been lost to myself? Have I sabotaged myself at too great a cost to myself? Feeling nothing but shame at the way I played the game. So
feeling nothing but shame in the way I played the game. Man. And it's rough when you grow up in a neighborhood where you got to do certain things to survive. And then, if you become one of the lucky ones and make it out, then you got to look back on the stuff you did and everything. And then, it's like, I can imagine some of the shame some people feel who done made it out of terrible places because they had to do something. And it's like, what can you do? You had to do it to survive.
So fearful of being defeated. Whenever I could, I cheated. Now all I want is to know if...
It's like, whenever I could, I cheated. That's just the game of life, though. Honestly, I don't know, like, there's cheating in certain rules and games and everything, but in the game of life, there's no cheating and everything. There's no such thing as cheating. Oh, man, just take it all the way back to, being in the wild and stuff. There ain't nothing fair. We talk about the nature and everything, and there's no harmony in nature. It is survival. So I'm like, in the game of life, it's like, you should have morals, but overall, yeah, there's no rules in that sense. We make up rules sometimes, but overall, in the grand scheme, there are no rules.
I cheated. Now all I want is to know if what I suspect is true. The identity of my enemy, the face in the mirror said it's you.
The identity of my enemy looked in the mirror and said it's you. Because that's the other side of it. While there are no rules, you have to live with whatever you do. So you always got to think to yourself, who I am as a person, could I live with doing this? You always got to take that into account.
Yourself on fire for a lonely view. That's why the enemy is you. You set yourself on fire for a lonely view. That's why the enemy is you.
And now after that whole breakdown, now the chorus makes even more sense now. It's like you set yourself on fire for a lonely view. It's like you did this. You damaged yourself. You sacrificed so much to get to where you're at. That you became your own worst enemy because you may have attained what you was going after, but what did you sacrifice to get there? That you set yourself on fire. Woo!
You set yourself on fire for a lonely view. That's why
Man, that was deep. It wasn't what I was expecting. Like I said, I was expecting to break down some bars, but nah, that's not what we got on this one. They gripped through a curveball at us on this one. But I liked it though. I liked it. It was deep. You break it down, it goes real deep. It was like classes in session on this one. Oh man, but it's so true though. There's so many people who sacrifice a piece of themselves trying to get to whatever goal they're trying to reach. And sometimes you gotta think certain things, certain opportunities may not be worth it. You don't wanna, end up looking in the mirror one day and hating yourself because of what you did. You know what I'm saying? But there's some people who's in that position. They took a certain road and now, they don't want to be the asshole in the scenario, but everybody who looks at them calls them the asshole. When they look at themselves, they're just like, yeah, I am. It's rough, but you gotta make decisions. You gotta live life. Be careful out there. But all right, y'all, that's it for this one. So y'all already know what to do. All right, go in the comments. Let me know how y'all been liking this album. And of course, let me know what y'all want to check out next. All right, so as always, on to the next one. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this reaction video just as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel. Not to mention, be sure to check out my other channels like my Star Wars channel, my gaming channel, and my non-music reaction channel. Also, if you really want to support this platform, then please consider joining our Patreon, which will grant you access to things like videos before they hit YouTube, special bonus content that will not appear on YouTube, the ability to make priority reaction requests, access to our members-only live stream, and more. Okay, so till next time, take care of yourselves, and I'm out of here.